Nosy crew comes to help.
All they want to do is get something to eat.
Our welfare cows. What you think, Candy? Is he doing it right?
Turn this on, you ain't gonna be doing it.
You'll be sticking your nose up there close to, that ain't gonna happen, is it?
I know you want to be petted. I know.
Shushan says, my turn.
Look, y'all gonna have to.
Y'all lick it one time, it ain't gonna be funny. You're gonna be running.
It ain't on right now.
I know, but when you turn it on.
John, what is my girl? Huh? The worst place. Oh. Boy. Pick them up with a ranger when you come by. All we got left is there. Well, yeah, I'm just taking down stalks that don't have no ears on them.
That we've already picked.
Yeah, it's already been pulled off. There's no need. The cows can eat them, so there's no need leaving them here. It's just,
then you're coming back for the corn that's hanging like in front of you?
Yeah, the dry corn I'm coming back to get, and it makes it easier if I don't have to dig through all these stalks to hunt it all up. And then whenever I take the dry corn out, really and truly, there ain't gonna be a lot left. And a lot of these, the squirrels has done knocked them over and took the ears off of them. It'll be a paddock for the sheep, because the sheep have the field that's behind you right now.
Yeah, this one.
And I have the electric fence. The electric fence is up so that the sheep can't get in here to this right now, because they'll founder if they get in here on all this corn. The cow will too. And once we get all the corn out, this grass will be waist deep by then. Then we'll just turn the sheep loose in here, and they got the rest of the winter. I mean, until we butcher them.
As long as those stalks are dry, it won't hurt them?
No, the corn, the stalks don't matter, it's the corn.
Okay.
They'll founder on the corn if they get too much of it, because their stomachs aren't designed to eat a lot of that.
But the stalks doesn't matter?
Yeah, the stalks don't matter. As a matter of fact, it'd probably be good for them to have the stalks. Come on here. I know you want to eat at the barn. You done eat. Come on.
Who's going to win this battle? Told you they'd come running.
Come on back. Come on. Come on, yeah.
The baby's running first.
Why y'all left?
Come on. You got to go all the way around. Last place, Shoshone.
See what it is, they want corn on the stalk.
Oh, I'm sure that's what they want.
They know that corn is on here. They're waiting. They want me to give them stalks of corn. I know what it is. They'll go through, if I give them one with an ear of corn on it, they'll go through and hunt it out.
Oh, I'm sure they would. They pick through it, don't they? Oh, Candy said, move away.
They'll go from stalk to stalk looking. I try to mix it all up where they have to hunt for it, because if I don't, they'll just sit right here and pick around through it. They're smelling. They ain't stupid, that's for sure.
They like the green better than the dry.
Yeah. But they need the dry because they own all this deep grass out here, and it's tearing their stomachs up.
They definitely eating the green. If they got in a green cornfield, that'd do some damage. Might make them sick, but they'd do some damage, wouldn't they?
Oh, they'd do some damage. I mean, that's why I feed them a little bit along. Plus, it takes pressure off the field, you know. Because they fill up on this, they don't eat as much grass. It allows the grass to have time to grow. Come here. Come here. Look at him. Come here, King. Come here, girl. Yeah. I know you want it. You like that corn, don't you? Oh, finish eating what you got before I give you another. You want to eat with your mouth full.
Chew it all up now.
Yeah. Eat all that good corn. Give that baby some good milk. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful. Red corn. You know, we sit here and throw us stuff out to the cows, which is good feed for the cows. They're eating all this deep, lush green grass out here, and it makes their stomachs a little bit runny, so we give them this dry fodder to go with it. But you know, the old people use this to make dolls out of, because see, we got some of it that's real white in color, like you can see the difference in the color of it there, how white it is. They could make different colored dolls. A lot of people made a broom out of it. You had a piece of wood, and these shucks was pulled up in it real tight, a flat board with holes in it, and these was pulled in there. And this was used to sweep the yard with and sweep the house with and stuff. People make an assortment of different things out of this. The Mexicans use the corn shucks like this for tamales, to cook their tamales in. There's just 1,000 different things.
Arrangements for the walls and house decorations.
I mean, lots of people, when it gets to be time for fall, like Thanksgiving, all Christmas and stuff like that, they'll take these things and they'll tie them up like this. I've had people want to get it from me, even at the gatherings, like that right there, and they'll tie it up and for fall decorations and stuff like this. And it's pretty. I mean, because to be honest with you, I think this came about, the old people, I call it the old people, our forefathers, this is a lot of them didn't have corn dryers. They would tie a string around this and tie it up on the rafters in the house and let their corn dry that way. And I think as a result of it, a lot of them hung them in front of the fireplaces and different stuff, and it just become like a decoration for the modern homesteader, I guess you would say. But guys, this another, you know, and I got a whole field of this stuff here. What we're doing is we have a friend who's got us a pig now. We're going to take corn like this right here. This is no good. I mean, that to that. I mean, this here is useless to me, really.
The kernels didn't form as well.
Yeah, they didn't do as well and stuff like that. Stuff like this, I will give for hog feed for the pigs, because we've got so much of it that, you know, it's just good. It's just good corn like this. I mean, you look at this. This is really nice corn for making cornmeal, grits, corn flour. Now, this is not sweet corn, guys. This is field corn. And lots of people having the notion in their heads, because of where they live in the country, like Nebraska and Iowa and all these different places. I've been up through there and ain't nothing but miles and miles of cornfields. They think that field corn is strictly for animal feed, and that is not true. Now, the kind of corn they're growing is strictly for making ethanol and animal feed. Yes, I agree with that 100%, because it's that old genetically modified crap. This here is good old heirloom, open pollinated corn that I created over 30 years ago now, by mixing up several different varieties way back then. And guys, I mean, you can see how it comes out now. I mean, guys, look at the assortment of different kinds of corns coming out of the field here. I crossed this stuff up, several different open pollinated. I had Old Trucker's Favorite, the Blue Hopi, oh my goodness, I don't even remember all of them. Yeah, this right here, like the little Jimmy Red. I think it's like, I forgot how many different varieties I put together. And it's a process. You don't just go out and you don't just do this in 1 year. This took years for me to do, because what I did was I would plant one row of Jimmy Red and like 3 or 4 rows of Danny corn. When it tossels, I cut all the tossels out of the Danny corn and leave nothing but the Jimmy Red. And it would pollinate the corn that I had, like the Trucker's Favorite that I planted. And then the next year I saved the seeds. Well, there'd be some red seeds mixed in with the yellow seeds. And then the next year I would take that corn and take the Blue Hopi, plant one row of the Blue Hopi in between 2 or 3 rows of the corn that I just created. And then it would pollinate into that again. And I took all open pollinated varieties and done that until I finally created a variety after several years that comes back true to itself every time now. So it's just really interesting. People always wonder how it's done. Well, that's one of the ways that I did it. But this is just, you know, back in the day when I was a kid, you would take shucks, cobs, everything up to the old feed mill, and they had what's called a hammer mill there, and you'd run that corn through, or they would run it through there, and they'd have bags on the other side. It'd come out, and it would all be beat into like a pulp. And that's what you fed your animals. You fed your animals your own feed. And if I had a hammer mill today, you wouldn't be seeing me sitting here shucking this stuff. I'd be running it through a hammer mill, grinding it up for animal feed, some of it, you know. And in the Deep South, well, it's all over the nation, really. Corn cribs were quite common to see at all homesteads. They were, some of them were log structures, some of them were wooden planks, but they had air gaps in between them, and the corn was piled in that so that air could pass through it as it continued to stay dry. Now up north, they had the big round, when I was up there, I saw the big round metal cylinders with wire around them, and the corn was piled in that with a roof over it. I've seen that while I was up north. As their particular way, when I was in the Appalachian Mountains, which is where my actual family heritage comes from, they had the old log corn cribs up in there, and everybody has their own way of where they live at for doing it. But a lot of y'all are loving this, I know, and guys, it's hard for us to keep it in stock, but we are going to put some more up on our Etsy store. We don't have any right now, but when it gets ready, I will have some more up on the Etsy store, because we've got enough. If I get this whole field harvested, we should have enough to put up some more seeds this year and have people an opportunity to purchase some more Danny corn. So watch the Etsy store. I can't tell you when it's going to be. All I know is one day we'll have it, we'll put it up, and
the next day it's gone.
Day it's usually gone. I mean, because people are watching it like a hawk to a white chicken, you know. So keep your eyes on the Etsy store, guys. And also, we are rapidly approaching our 20,000 subscriber mark here at Pecan Grove, and when we do, you just never know what me and Wanda might do. We might just we might up and do a live stream and give away some Danny corn. You just never know what we might do. So guys, when you see something from Pecan Grove pop up, I would suggest you start watching it, because might be some interesting giveaways in the future. Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.